Okay, ready to check the traps now after our first night. A good result yesterday. We got a boar pig and a dog there. A nice easy catch to start the program, and a lot of tracks. So yeah, let's get out there and see what we can find. I see quite a few comments coming through on my channel here about the alpha predator and we should leave the dingoes alone, and you know, people really putting down the cattle industry, and I just can't help think about what hypocrites these people are, because they're quite happy to take all the trappings of modern society. They can flick a switch and get electricity and turn a tap and get fresh water when they want to, and there's plenty of food on the shelves and all the rest of it. They want all the trappings that our rural industries and mining industries, our primary industries, have given to this country over the last couple of hundred years. They want all those trappings, but then they want to criticise the very source of where a lot of this wealth has come from. Yeah, stop being hypocrites. We've got to look after our rural industries, and I'm just proud to be able to do a small part. We'll head out here first thing this morning to the dam where this stallion is. We had a look at it yesterday morning, and there's a lot of tracks there, a lot of dog tracks. So we'll put 2 or 3 traps here now. It's a good pinch point, sort of place where a dog will come in and inspect as it's going from one place to the other. So yeah, let's see what we can dig out of this place. Okay, Skunky, you want to go and hunt him up? Hunt him up. Go find us, quick. Show us where they are, mate. Hunt him up. You reckon right there, eh? You reckon right there. Hunt him up. Interesting to see the way he's checking that fence line. Right, he sniffed each post as he went down. Hunt him up. Right, he's got a little patch there. Now, he's not just doing that without a good reason. He's checking everything, and he marked one spot there. He's come back past it and had another sniff at it now. Good boy. Well done, mate. Up, 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 up. Brandon, you've got to learn the ropes, mate. You can't just go around sniffing things all your life. You've got to grow a brain and become useful. See, here's a dog track made when the rain was on. Might have been when he marked on that post, Skunk. But righto, you've marked there again, so when he comes back, I think we'll just set one right here, right off the side of the fence there. Probably disguise it in those cattle marks there. Put it in there, and yeah, see how we go. This is the sort of place that I like to check and look for dog sign. This is right on one far corner of the property here, and actually no sign here, can't see anything at all around the water holes. What I do see is a great old piece of petrified wood. Other pieces of it here, piece there. And there's a lot of it in this country. And right through the north here, there's patches of this really old ground, and I found some pretty interesting dinosaur bones over the years. Yeah, look at this. Here, this petrified log where it's come out of this bank. One place here, there's a whole tree lying out there. You can see the trunk and the main branches, and right down to the ones, you know, finger size, are still lying there. Great old stuff. And usually in bands of wash like this on the side of a real old ground that's been disturbed after a flood or something like that, you'll actually see in places, you'll see fossils or imprints and dinosaur bones. A lot of it is megafauna, like your diprotodon and stuff like that. So much water around in the creeks and that now. The dogs really don't have to come into the troughs or the tanks. Before white men came here, this was a really dry country. Sometimes a year there would not have been a drop of water except for a few of the springs. Just coming into this trap set here in the gully. Doesn't look like anything. All quiet on the western front, I think there, Brandon. All quiet. Scent's up on the tree. Everything's good. Huddle. There's a big dam up here. We'll head over and check it. Look for dog sign, but we might just pick up a pig here too with a bit of luck. The dogs seem keen. Righto, Skunk, show me if anything's here. Okay, hunt him up, hunt him up. Looks like an obvious place. That's just too obvious, Skunk. That's too obvious. Go and find me something definite. Come on. If I was a wild dog, I'd come and mark on that tree myself. Hard to see a dog track here. You watch your own dogs. Skunk. Skunk. Right, you can see where he's been standing. Nothing. Not a sign at all. But it's probably as good a place as any. I've left that as quite a simple set. The drag I've used here is actually part of the setting to get the dog to come in where I want it to step. Use that dead branch there to sort of cover one side to steer the animal into only a small track through a little hollow branch. It was sitting there before, so I've just left it, and you can see a natural sort of pass through then for that dog. Skunk's looking at it seriously. He says, "Oh, there's steel there, Dad, there's bling. Look out. Ooh, look out." We've just come into this sandy little crossing here. And sit, dog, sit, sit. And I've got heaps of tracks. Look at this. Here they've walked right along the wheel track. And they've done the same thing over there. Right along the wheel track. So if I want to drive through here, and somebody else wants to drive through here, very hard to trap right there. But Skunk, you better get back in the vehicle, mate. What we might do is put something up on the side here where Skunk is and get him to just step off this track. Two more good sets, one there between those two little branches with urine, and one over there with scat. Here's that drag mark from yesterday, and we've got dog tracks on it. So I reckon, boys, we'll get up here to our traps and to our first sets, and we're going to have a bit of success. Good stuff. Oh, you don't look so interested, Brandon. Hey, you fall asleep on the job again, Brandon. Yep. He's like his namesake, eh? Brandon. Yeah, you'll be okay. If Brandon hangs around good tough dogs, you know, some nice right wing type dogs, Brandon just might turn out okay. Crossing, doesn't look like we've pulled a dog. I thought we'd have one in this first set. Interesting, because this dog has followed down the drag, and there's a long distance scent up in the tree there. trap under it. Didn't respond. Okay. Wonder why. Maybe more interested in food. So maybe we need to try a food-based lure on that one. We might do that. We might put a long distance food-based lure on that. Doesn't look like we've hit on this one either. Very interesting. Well, we missed them on the first two sets. We're coming down here where I've had a lot of success in the past. We'll see what happens here. The dogs are interested. No, I don't think we've done any good here either, Skunk. Nothing, mate. Interesting to see what these dogs are doing. It's lunchtime and we've just pulled up at a tank here, had a bit of a wash, had a drink, grabbed a bit of a snack, and yeah, trying to plan the next move. A lot of tracks on the line, but I think just too fresh. A lot of the body odour, whatever, in the area. The dogs have come through and they haven't really inspected, they haven't come in, which is interesting because last night we caught that old dog straight away, like half an hour after we'd set the trap. So yeah, I think these are younger dogs and they're probably a little bit more hawky, and it might take a couple of days to get them to settle down and really inspect the traps, and we'll pick them up. But now we'll just try and find a bit more sign down here. We're coming over the top of this big range. And yeah, see if we can get down over these rocks here now. Find more tracks and set more traps. We just put 2 more traps in here. Not a lot of sign, but I think it's still worth a couple of traps in here. Food base and urine. And try and put a couple of cattle guards up here. While I was working, I looked across and here's one of the bush delicacies what I really love is the burum bush, and when they fruit, this one here has got some of the best fruit on it that I've seen, but it's probably a little bit too old. This fella, they should be really nice. That's nice. Heading out now to set up the second section of the trap line. We've got 30 traps in on this side, so I was throwing the buggy in the back of the trailer, and we'll head down to the other side of the property, which is about 10-15 kilometres away, and drop off at a steel set of yards and see what we can find over that side. It's a big property here. We're trapping on about, I suppose, 70,000 acres just on this property, but there's 3 other places that have come in here now as well. So in total we'll be probably working over 200,000 acres. Yeah, so excuse me if I use acres and I use kilometres and yeah, whatever. I get a bit mixed up. Goes with the territory. What I'd like to do is thank all you people watching, all the subscribers that have got behind this channel. Yeah, fantastic. I never expected to see the growth that we've seen over the last 12 months of people getting behind us, supporting what we do. Thank you very much. Oftentimes there's dogs or pigs right at the yards here, so it'd be good to pick up a pig straight away for a drag. Get some scent on the ground here. Get this little girl out. Got a little boar pig. Righty. Okay, we've got our drag. A little tusker. What you got, Skunk? Let him up, Skunk. Sorry, Skunk, I had to shoot it before you got here, mate. Good boy. Good boy. You found him. Good boy. Skitty, Brandon. Oh, yeah, you're big tough pig dogs now. A good lump of a boar. Good set of tusks on him. Not an old boar, but yeah, good lump. One shot in the head with the Hauer 2D3. Well, that's got our wild dog bait sorted. Yeah, we'll get this guy cut up and we'll drag a bit of the hide in that behind the buggy. And let's get this show on the road.